to describe it is a gentle cleanse, and it clears your body out of all kinds of toxins and things like that. And then the 14 days following that, you're on these supplements as well, and I feel great.
So when you say gentle cleanse, you mean you run into the bathroom every 15 minutes instead of every 5? Is that what you mean?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
It's not like that.
Okay. Well, gentle, it's open to interpretation, and I'm big on it.
Yeah, trust me, if it wasn't gentle, I'd be telling you.
Okay.
But
is it a liquid colonoscopy?
No, it's not anything close to that intrusive.
That's good. This stuff you take.
I'm going to tell you, this stuff works, and I've done some research on the company just on the side, and all these people that are involved with it are doctors and nutritionists and biological scientists, and
we can trust them because they are.
And about half of the NFL is using the product.
What about the other half? What's their problem?
I don't know.
Maybe they're
really got some great stuff. I've been very impressed, and I've never had anything. I've never been on any kind of diet where I've lost so much weight so quickly and still felt good.
And you can eat all the spicy food you want.
Spicy food, yes, but you've got to be careful with how you prepare it.
Okay. I think Russ is back. Is that you, Russ? Was that you? I heard a blip.
Evidently not.
No. I saw a little light up on his name, so something was happening. All right, we don't hear you. Okay, I hear something in the background. It sounds like he's plugging in.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's give him a second here. We'll just keep prattling on here about diets and the NFL. Yeah. Sounds like he's, yep. He sounds like he's drowning the cat. Hold still.
No, there's no, what about this? None with microphones.
Okay. How's that cat, Russ? Pick the chair up. You can really hear all the sounds. When I was talking to Susan earlier, you could hear a train going by. It was unbelievable. When I'm like, is that a train? She goes, you can hear that? I go, I got one that goes by my house. It's a mile away. I hear it every 1 o'clock in the morning, every night. Always wakes me up. I hear a train, believe me. But you can hear everything. You can hear the ambulances going by. You can hear the Mardi Gras yelling, Happy Mardi Gras. They're obviously right in the middle of it. They're in the thick of it all. How about Russ? You back?
He's back. The thing that,
Is that Susan?
yes.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Mark.
All right.
Are we on the radio right now?
No, I would never do that to you.
No. You're on a Skype call. There's several of us in the room.
Yeah, but I'm recording it so I can catch my guy saying embarrassing things and then play them back later.
See if that works. All right. The only thing I've found,
Because our kids aren't here.
right, does not have.
Let me guess, it's the wrong type of plug-in.
You got it.
Yeah. All right, look, can you afford to go spend $15-20 and buy a headset at the computer store?
We'll have one by tonight.
All right, I hate imposing on you, but I got to tell you, you have a headset. Daniel's not here right now. But
it does make a big difference.
It makes a huge difference. And Daniel is like, I don't know how to put it politely. He's anal retentive about the audio quality for his listeners. And he's just like very emphatic about that. So if you can get a headset, a decent one that'll plug into your Mac and work for you, that'll make all the difference in the world. That way everybody hear you speaking clearly instead of, like I said, Dixie cups and string, which is, very, very bad.
I do have a Bluetooth thing, but then we run the risk of that battery.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
don't go Bluetooth.
Bluetooth is bad. Rodney had a Bluetooth. You drove us insane with that, Rodney. You remember that thing?
Well, yes.
Yeah, don't go with the Bluetooth.
Yeah, the Bluetooth. A lot of
too
trouble.
many variables that can cause us grief.
Yeah, it's just, a good old-fashioned, hardwired in headset plugged in, and you are off to the races.
You say good old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned? Really? That's funny.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned to Susan means,
Dixie cups and string.
or the pigeon carriers for the interview.
By the way, Susan, my name is Steve DeLoach. I'm Mark's
MOA.
Master of Arms, and I'll be with you on the radio tonight. I've been listening to your Lighthouse album today, and wow,
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm telling you. You know what, Susan? I got to be honest with you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I got to be honest with you. I didn't know what to expect when I got your albums, right? And I started listening to them, and Lighthouse absolutely blew me away.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Can't wait as well.
No, seriously. I
Katrina joke.
I started doing some research on it, and you got Jackson Browne involved, and I'm like, wow, it really shows. Like when you have a production, like Timothy Abbott. He's this musician guy that we did a CD release party for him last week. He's out of Austin. Matter of fact, he's like, oh man, Susan's on tonight. I am so there. And oh yeah, Timothy's great. And he and his wife were like so jazzed to hear you're going to be on. And he got this guy named Matt Smith out of Austin, Texas, to be on board for his CD. And it made all the difference in the world in the audio production and quality. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get him to talk Matt Smith into let me interview him. But man, Lighthouse just blows me away.
Thank you. We were. That was a labor of love.
It shows.
It shows.
It really
shows
does.
in every way. And I'm with Mark. I wasn't knowing what to expect. And first rattle out of the box, I'm going, wow, I really like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Great music, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I'm
and
amazed.
what do you think you guys were expecting? I'd like to know that.
I don't even know what I was expecting.
I didn't know. I was wondering if you're going to start singing like la 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 la. I didn't know what you were going to do. I had no idea. Clueless.
It's too funny.
Well,
we're not allowed to cuss on this radio show, right?
Well, yeah,
That's correct.
we run a clean show, family friendly. Yeah,
that I'm a bit of a pirate.
yeah. But no, that's okay. I mean, we work with people as best as we can. But we do run.
I could work with myself too. I was just
That's the spirit. Yeah, the one I have to worry about the most is my own producer. He's the worst one of us all.
Yeah, no
That's
kidding.
correct.
Yeah.
The alienator.
That's right.
He is. Daniel's like he's just unbelievable. He's so incorrigible. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant. He really is. I love him to death. And yet, like, if you get on a hot topic with him, he will just. I don't even know what to say about it. It's embarrassing.
I understand. Hey, wait 1 second. Hey, Russ. I think he is rifling through this entire house looking for headsets.
Oh, and you know what? Like Daniel. I'm
a little afraid of Daniel.
Yeah, no, Daniel's wonderful. You're gonna love it.
No, you guys keep saying this.
No. It's easy for us to pick on him when he's not around. Otherwise, he's like, "Shut up, you English twit," or you American twit. He gets all over us. But you remember doing your NOLA advertisement endorsement, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Well.
I do.
All right, now this segues, cross threads into a couple different things. Now, you remember back when you guys had the Cowsill show and you had Buddy Epson on, and there's a couple YouTube links that take to where you and I think it was Barry and John are singing with a Saint Bernard and giving him a bath.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. I saw that when I was a kid, and it was sometime right before that I was at a doctor's office. I'm going to talk about this tonight too. But I was in a doctor's office with my mom in the waiting room, and I picked up an issue of Boy's Life, and they had an article about St. Bernards. And I was like, Mommy, when I get older, I'm going to get a St. Bernard. She's like, yeah, you are. Now, I've had all kinds of dogs my whole life. I had Huskies, Malamutes, I had a Bernese Mountain Dog. And 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I made a decision after my last dog passed away. I was so heartbroken when Seamus died, my burner, that I didn't think I could get another dog. But I thought, you know what? If I don't get a St. Bernard now, I'm never going to do it. So I started looking, and I came across this guy up in above Watertown, New York, that had a litter of pups, and they were in my price range. So he sent me pictures, and as soon as I saw Oliver, I was like, "That's the guy. I want him. I want this guy with the white splashes on the ear. I don't care. I want him."
That is awesome.
Yeah, and so I got him, and then a year and 3 months later, the breeder called me up. He said, we had another litter. And I said, yeah, I know, Todd, but I just don't have the money to buy another one from you. And he said, no, look, we had more than we expected. We had 13 this time, not 11. So I made all my money and then some. He said, you've been staying in touch with us about Oliver and sending us pictures, and we haven't heard from any of the other people, and that worries us. He said, but you've obviously been spoiling him to death. We want to offer you the other puppy, no charge. Just come and pick him up. And I was like, I'll see you Saturday. So I picked up Stanley that Saturday. So now I have Stanley and Oliver. And
Oliver?
yeah. And so, and then it occurred to me, just a few weeks ago. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't there an episode on the Cowsill family show that had a Saint Bernard? And I'm looking, and there it is. And I was like, no way. And I was telling all my Saint Bernard friends, I said, you ain't going to believe this. The Cowsills had a Saint Bernard. Now, I was always wondering, was that you guys' dog or was that somebody else's?
No.
No.
It was not our dog.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be a pretty good story. Hugh Hefner.
Of Playboy?
Yes.
Okay.
Gave that dog to my brother Bob, married a bunny.
Right.
Nancy, who's like still a sister-in-law. Anyway, that was a gift to them for their wedding.
Really?
Yes.
What a gift.
Yes.
Was he a puppy?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, gosh.
But they'd had him for a while, and you know how big they get.
Mm-hmm.
Quick. So, yeah, that's where that little guy came from.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing. Daniel he's a stickler for correct Queen's English enunciation. All right. He's annoying about it. And he drives us nuts. He's always correcting us, with whatever. And he's
except for the word schedule.
Yeah, that's right, Rodney. Yeah, when it comes to schedule, we're all on the same page, and he doesn't rebuke us. But the rest of the time, he's all over us about our grammar and stuff. And so I have this. Where is it? Give me a second here. Here. I got this here. Remember this? Bring back memories?
Hi, my name's Susan Cowsill, and I am from New Orleans, Louisiana, USA, and I am for NOLA. It's the only place I know where you can make music for the sake of making music. It's a wonderful place to live. It's a great place to make music with other musicians. We are the #1 music capital of the world. And I want you to be for NOLA by supporting the St. Bernard Project.
Okay, so I'm going to play that tonight. St. Bernard Project, right? That's what you said. You said, hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
Right? Ready?
Is there another way to say St. Bernard Project?
Yeah, St. Bernard Project, right?
St. Bernard Project.
Did you say St. Bernard?
St. Bernard Project.
Wait, let's hear it again.
St. Bernard Project.
St. Bernard Project, because Daniel is all about, you bloody yank, it's St. Bernard. And he just rides me about that.
No.
So tonight,
Tell him he would be doomed in New Orleans. You know,
so
we have a street that's
Burgundy.
Burgundy, the color burgundy, but no, that it's not burgundy, it's burgundy.
Exactly.
Calliope.
We have another one.
Calliope.
Yes,
But we have to call it Callio.
I love that.
That is Clio. It's CL10 because it's spelled CILIO.
Oh, this is great. Yeah. This is great. We're going to have so much fun with Daniel. He has no idea.
Tell Daniel he might not do so well in New Orleans.
Yeah, right.
and the club down there is Tipitina.
Right. You get a lot of looks and go, well, you can't get there from here.
Yeah, and now listen. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this thing tonight, like where I'm going to bring up your involvement with NOLA. I'm going to say, Susan, you've been involved in the NOLA project, and this is just to goof on Daniel. All right, so I'm going to be like, do you mind if I play the advertisement you did? Oh yeah, go right ahead. So I'll play that, and then I'm going to ask you, and then about the project a little bit, and then what you can do is say, and that's the St. Bernard Project. That's pronounced Saint Bernard. All right. In case anybody wonders, that's Saint Bernard, not to be confused with Saint Bernard. That'd be wrong. No, it's Saint Bernard because he will go
so
off.
Mark, you're gonna actually pull us into a
Absolutely.
That's what I do. I'm Mr. Loving, Caring, and Sharing.
That's right. That's what loving, caring, and sharing is all about.
Mark.
I just love torturing the people I love. It's just so much fun.
It's true.
It's true. I love torturing Rodney too. Did you guys hear my new promo I just did?
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if Susan did. I heard it on my phone.
You did? On your phone?
Yeah, I just went to the link and checked it out.
Okay, so you heard the new it's not the Susan Kelso one. It's my new promo that I just put out for my show.
Oh, let me check.
Well, here, I'll play it for you. I'm going to torture you guys again. So
good.
All right, here we go. This is the most recent one, and the second pair of voices in this here is Rodney, who's on the call with us right now. So here you go.
Mark Mercer. He's loving.
I have not listened to that guy out of total resentment, completely, because I think there's only one Jeff Beck. How dare anybody call themselves Beck? You know, it's like calling yourself Robert Plant or just Plant. Hi, I'm Plant. Oh, Robert Plant? No, it's Wilbur.
He's sharing.
Hey, now get that microphone readjusted to you.
Okay.
Give me the big daddy voice. Nice. You feeling good? You all right? Yeah, all right. You're looking good, brother. Let me tell you. You're fine looking, man.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, he's fast forward.
Timothy Abbott's and then Arcana Mundi's. Our time has come. You know, I'm never going to pronounce that right. Arcana Mundi. It could be Sanskrit. I still can't get it. Look, do me a favor, will you? The next album that you do, will you call Timothy Abbott and Toy Boat? I'll be easier with that one.
Mark Mercer's Loving, Caring, and Sharing. Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time on North Star Radio.
Yeah, that's Thomas Vaughn. He's my voiceover guy. Isn't he great?
Mark, you know the irony is?
What's that, Rodney?
Is that Sanskrit is much more difficult than English. So if you can't handle
I can't handle. Believe me, I would be easier with Sanskrit than it would be trying to say Arcana Mundi 3 times in a row fast. You try it.
Arcana Mundi.
See, I told you. Yeah, nobody listens to me. I'm telling you. Yeah, so anyway, I love goofing on my people. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with that soundbite because I'm going to cut out different voices and put them in there, here and there, just for fun, just for a lark. You know.
Yes.
So anyway.
Ask when Daniel's on. Ask him to pronounce beignets. Yeah. Do you mean begnets? No.
Oh, Daniel's going to be furious. Oh
yeah.
Oh, he's going to be all over us. Man,
No. How do you say the word curtain?
well, like you did.
Well, in Brooklyn,
How do I say it?
in Brooklyn, we say it's Quayton.
Quayton.
It's a Quayton.
What is the song I have?
I say curtain.
Can't see your face with the curtain.
Curtain.
What is
Rain
it?
song.
Go listen to the Rain song and bring that to Daniel.
The Rain song.
Yes.
And then listen to Hootie and the Blowfish's version of it, and he actually he actually pronounces it like her, on her behalf.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Oh, Daniel's going to think this was a plot, and he's so right. Oh, man.
I got a question for Susan or Russ. Do either of you know Joe Crown?
Yes. I've played many gigs with Joe Crown.
Yeah, you guys don't know this, but Rodney is he was a pro drummer. He played out with like Muddy Waters. He auditioned for Frank Zappa. Rodney's like a well-versed guy on the Skins.
What's your last name?
Smith. Very kind.
Mine too.
But when Joe used to live up here, further up north, I played in a band with him called Sally and the Sophisticats. When he lived in Somerville, and when he went to play with Gatemouth Brown, I think that's who he's with for a bit.
Clarence Gatemouth Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He eventually moved down there, and and met Allie and his wife there, and. Last time we were down there, he was playing at Tipitina's. I said sarcastically. I went down there, and he took us to He took us to Uglich's.
Oh yeah.
For lunch, off the beaten path, and then we went somewhere and got some crayfish and sausage and some beer and all that stuff, and. So I had a feeling.
Crayfish.
What is
a crayfish?
I'm saying it for Daniel. I'm riffing here.
Yeah, you are. You stepped in it, and you know it.
Listen, I grew up in Louisiana, and you don't say crayfish.
Yeah,
no,
right.
Daniel will. That's
Oh man.
But I just suspected that you probably would know Joe.
Yeah.
So you have to give him my regards.
How about that?
I will.
So we still haven't found
Who else you know in town?
There was a drummer that was with Berkeley with me. What in the world was that young man's name? He was. You probably wouldn't know her. Did you know Candace Avery?
Rodney, you're fading in and out a little bit. Can you move closer to the mic?
Again?
Yes.
Again?
I got to keep after these guys.
I feel like Rocky. Again?
Again?
Hustle up my sleeve, presto.
Well, actually, her maiden name was Candace Herman, but she was from New Orleans. She actually taught me how to make gumbo, but she ended up creating the Boston Music Awards. But
you never made me gumbo.
But well, that'll be next on the list.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. But I'm trying to remember this drummer because he was great from New Orleans. He went to Berkeley about the same time that I did. It'll come to me like, hours from now. It's driving me crazy. Oh, Ricky, what the heck is
Sebastian?
Schrader?
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Ricky.
Yeah, I'm sure he would remember me, but we went to school at the same time up there.
I see, Rodney, this is why I was asking if you were busy tonight, because I was going to have you come up here to the studio and hang out with me and Tom. Tom's going to be on tonight.
No. I've been in your guys' company before.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's terrible. Come on, you had more fun than squashing tadpoles, admit it.
Okay, fine.
All right, that's better. Now, we love goofing on each other, obviously, quite a bit. There's a lot of camaraderie here and stuff. And one of the guys is going to be doing, I'm going to have on is it next week, Steve, that Tom's on, or is it the week after?
Yes, it's next week.
Yeah, next week I'm going to have Tommy J. Tom's an old friend of mine, and he is a doo-wop aficionado. He knows doo-wop up, down, in, out. He's like the professor. We call him the professor of doo-wop. And Steve and Tom and I, now you got to understand, Tom's from Philly, like me. So he drank the water. So we got the whole Philly mentality going against or for us, however you want to look at it. And then you got, you got Steve, who's a good old boy from down south, who does not have much patience with people like Tom and I when we get a little out of hand. And I have a little recording for you to listen to here that might give you an idea
of
give you a little idea of the banter that goes on when the three of us get together and there's miscommunication in the correct pronunciation of particular words. Listen carefully.
Okay, let me see here.
That's Tom. That's Tom speaking.
Hold on.
Is this any indicator of what's going to be like on the first?
Oh my God!
Oh, heavens no, because the Master of Arms is going to keep everything.
He's going to.
Faster Bucko better be ready a week from now.
Yeah, better be ready.
Oh, and let me tell you, I can kick your butt. I can kick your butt because I have a size 12D shoe.
So do I. So do I.
Well, big deal.
Okay.
Nanner.
Oh, man.
Okay, I see. I'm going to have to come up to Mayport and just administer.
Mayport?
Who?
Wherever it is.
By the way, just in case you didn't know, what Steve was trying to say was Cape May, but he said Mayport.
Yeah, how long would it take you to get here from Arkansas to Mayport?
Arkansas.
Hey,
Arkansas.
First of all, Bucko.
Oh, Kansas.
It ain't Arkansas. It's Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And secondly, I suspect I could be there before dawn. So you keep mouthing off, and I'm going to be up there administering my size 12D upside your head
Arkansas.
and elsewhere.
It hurts. It hurts. Arkansas. There you go.
Oh, Mark.
Yes.
Y'all ain't right, really.
Yeah, and we're not. Yeah.
You ain't right. No.
But it's the torture I live for. Yes, Ross.
I'd like to ask Susan a question.
Oh, Dawn. I'm sorry.
By all means.
Do you know what an awful is?
Of course I do.
Then how would I know?
Wait a minute. I don't know what a awful is.
First of all,
I don't know.
Hold on, all of y'all.
Is it half a muffalata?
Yeah. Is that an upside down waffle?
It is a milkshake of sorts, I believe created in Rhode Island only. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Really?
And what was your favorite awful, and how do you know?
Yeah, really.
Well, my mom grew up on Butler Street.
Come on.
Come on, that's right. She was a BF.
She didn't talk like you did.
Well, here's the thing, Susan. Don requested specifically to be able to join tonight's show because he's got some what do you call Rhode Island trivia.
Okay, I'm game.
Yeah.
You cannot. I will be able to answer everything.
Oh yeah. Can you tell us where you were the night that the butler gave the insulin to what's his name and they dropped dead?
Oh,
Yeah, I actually can. I was in the ballroom with Captain Mustard.
That's right, exactly. Yeah. With a
No,
candlestick.
that guy was a captain. He was above Colonel.
Who's the butt?
With a candlestick.
I'm telling you, that was the greatest game ever invented by whoever it was.
It was my brother Barry's favorite game.
I love that. I couldn't get enough of it. Yeah.
Hey, Susan.
Well, anyway, yeah. Don's a misplant, so he ended up in Mississippi. So he's got he's got this linguistic issue going on.
That's okay.
You know, we try and work on it.
Do you know who the butler was for the Von Bulows?
Oh Lord.
Now this goes back.
That's not an age-appropriate question.
This is like 15 years ago, right, Don?
That's not an age-appropriate question. I can answer all Rhode Island questions from the age of 2 to 9.
I'm sitting here with an old album of the Cowsills.
Which one?
It shows a picture of the family eating breakfast.
Eating breakfast.
True. It's when you're in the high chair.
Well, you guys were at a table with Captain Sad and the Ship of Fools album.
Your mom and dad were cooking breakfast.
Huh?
Are you talking about the Rain the Park and Other Thing record?
This album shows a picture. I imagine it's in Newport with your mom.
And is that on the front or the back of the album?
It's on the front of the album.
I don't
The middle of the album shows a picture of the family sitting around the table eating breakfast.
We were having roast beef sandwiches. Sorry.
So much for the breakfast theory.
You're correct.
Okay.
You're
correct. Nice save, Don.
Outside. Who are you trying to fool here?
Yeah, Don eats a very late lunch or breakfast.
Yeah, open face roast beef sandwiches, Wonder Bread stacked tall, back of my head. I know the deal.
Nice. Now, Susan, we definitely have to get into this whole I've been in love with Susan Cowsill, $5 each time you've heard that thing tonight. We got to get into that.
I would actually really appreciate that because I think it actually could be kind of a cool campaign.
Absolutely.
That maybe we can lend some money to somebody who needs it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if I ever get my website up and running, I got the domain. I'm learning HTML, which is I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, what I want to do eventually is I want to.
Is that like LOL and OMG? I was just asking.
What? Oh, what? The name of my website?
I got it.
It's lovingcaringandSharing.com. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. But, look, it was a goofy idea and it backfired on me and it took on a life of its own. What can I say? But
I'm sorry. You were being serious and I didn't realize
I am, but you guys are picking on me. Very sensitive. Anyway, so I got this domain and I want to build it up to a website. And then what I want to do is I want to have the archive shows of all my stuff up for podcasts so people can listen to them whenever they want. And then, of course, I also want to have links to my guests, things that they're passionate about. So, like, if NOLA was something you wanted to have linked on there, I'd have it on there. If, Save the Humpback Albino Midget Whales, whatever, I'll give you a link and, so you people can do that kind of thing. So whatever comes of this, with the, $5 every time I heard that, we could set up like a PayPal thing and it could go right to your, whatever donation you want to do.
Okay, I really like that idea, and I'll think about that like for the next 6 hours.
There you go. Yeah, just give it a think. No rush. I'm not going to get this website up and running anytime soon unless I find an HTML guy to jump in.
Talk about it tonight. We're going to have to, show up.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, I'm really jazzed about tonight. I got to tell you, I am so excited about tonight. I've been waiting for this for 45 years. And you know what? I was getting ribbed in some emails by some friends, and I'm going to talk about this too tonight because, Mark, everybody knows you had a crush on Susan Cowsill since you were 9 years old. Give it a break. When are you going to grow up? And I was like, look, and also the thing is, like, I'm not interested in interviewing celebrities. All right, I want to make that real clear. I'm just not. I mean, I'm not really interested in what Brad Pitt's doing or whatever. I just don't care about that stuff. But if somebody who happens to be a celebrity is also somebody who, is involved in something that I'm passionate about, then I want to have him on board, which is why I tried to get Gary Sinise on board for an interview, but he's too busy right now. His publicist said, we'll keep it in mind for down the road, but right now he's just swamped. But my emails I've been getting are like, I thought you said you were going to have celebrities. I said, oh, wait a minute. Now, hold on a second. Let's get something straight here. I am not interested in having celebrities, but Susan and I have a history. We go back 45 years, all right? I've been in love with her for 45 years.
Wait, let's get clear with Russ here, Mark.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do that.
Actually have history.
Absolutely, yeah. I want Russ on board for all
Just
that.
making sure.
Yeah. So I've been in love with Susan for 45 years, and she has absolutely no idea who I am. So that's good enough for me to qualify her to be on my show. So there, yeah, chew on that. So anyway, I want to get into that, addressing the naysayers. Even my sister was giving me a hard time about it. I don't believe this. You're stalking her after 45 years. I said, Pammy, give it a break, will you? Come on. This is part of my childhood growing up. And I'm one of those people that didn't stop listening to the music over the years. That's the other thing. I still listen. This isn't like, oh, yeah, I used to listen. No, I've been listening to, I mean, seriously. I have my sister has all the vinyl from when we were kids. I was telling you that earlier. She got this, stereo when we were like, kids, and we'd listen to the music and we'd, hear the songs on the radio, and we'd all start singing. My dad would go out of his mind, and it was great stuff. But I didn't stop listening. I mean, yeah, I got into everything else out there: Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, Nectar. I mean, all the stuff I love still. But what's that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but but like I never gave up on listening to the Cowsills. Never gave up listening on you guys, and was.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, but tonight I also want to get into obviously I want to go back. I want to go way back. What was it? A sunny day in somewhere Illinois. Is that what it was?
Spring day in Ohio, but very close.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I didn't have it open, so I couldn't hit that one on the nail. But yeah. But I want to start there. And work up through your childhood and what was going on and all that kind of jazz.
I am really looking forward to it. I was dreading it up until about an hour ago, but now I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, well, that's the thing. That's why I've been like trying to bug Russ, annoy him to the point of distraction.
You have done a very good job.
Well, it's what I do. It's my gift, you see. But because I wanted to be able to give you a preemptive.
He is the guy who makes everything happen. So
obviously, yeah. And Russ, thanks for everything you've done. I really appreciate that. I really do. Yeah. But, I like getting together with the people that I'm going to talk to ahead of time, just so they get a chance to, find out a little bit about me, about my gang, as demented and twisted and disturbed as they are, just so you know what you're walking into. So it's not something where like you'd feel like, oh, I wish I didn't do this. No, I want you to like it enough that you'll say, yeah, I'll come back again. That's my goal, is to be able to talk about the things you're passionate about and that you have enough fun that you'd say, yeah, I'd do this again in a heartbeat.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely a happier camper having spoken with you guys because I also am twisted.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, you see, I always figure that. I remember reading. This is like back. No, seriously. I mean, look, birds of a feather kind of thing. I remember reading.
Just took one look at me and when she's twisted. What's the deal?
I remember.
Keep digging, Mark. You're just digging it deeper, son.
Telling you.
Look, I won't be happy till I'm in China. That's how I like to dig. But listen,
that's where you're headed, buddy.
I know. Thank you. But I remember, I think it was Tiger Beat magazine had some printout of a questionnaire that you filled out when you were like, I don't know, 9 or 10. And it said all the stuff, what's your favorite color, blah, blah, blah. And I'm reading all this stuff, and it's like, oh, wow, Susan's 4 months younger than me. So, you always want to be older than the girl you're in love with. And then of course, there was this most important question that you answered that when I read your answer, I thought, this is it. This is the one. There's no turning back. The question was, what is your favorite food? Do you remember what you answered in that questionnaire?
Lobster.
That's right.
Lobster. That's my own test.
I know. I mean, how can you not love lobster? Especially if you're from, New England. I mean, you gotta love lobster. What's wrong with you?
Who are my favorite actor and actresses? How about that?
What's that again? Say what?
Who was my favorite actor
and
actress? I answered the same.
Oh man, now you're really
Let's
picking.
see how you do on this test.
I see, because I wasn't interested in the guys that you were into. I think
it was Richard Harris and Richard Harris.
Well, now you see, really, Richard Harris? Okay, you see, I thought you had a thing for Bobby Sherman.
Oh God, no, Davy Jones.
Oh, Davy Jones. You ready for this? Do you know that Davy Jones lives here in Pennsylvania?
Do you know that Davy Jones called me on my birthday last year?
Get out of here.
Totally.
No way. You know what? We should get him on the horn. Hey, Davey, how'd you like to do an interview? I'll bring on Susan. It'll be fun. Wow.
He came into my brother's pub in Los Angeles, and my brother was like, I will... And I've met him a couple of times, but Bob was just like, please call my sister up. It wasn't really my birthday. He just called up and goes, Susan, this is Davey, and I'm still in love with you, girl.
That is so cool.
He never was, because he was older, but it was awesome. I'm like, oh my God, it's Davy Jones.
Oh, wow. I can't.
Lester, too.
Oh,
Fritz.
jeez.
Yeah, that's how I rolled.
That's awesome. Oh man. Oh,
Do you know who Mark Lester is?
What, your favorite Western?
Yes, absolutely.
Who is Mark Lester?
Mark Lester was the star of the show Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver. That's right. Why did you know Mark?
It was the movie, and good job.
Yeah. So, like, did you meet him? Did you actually get to know Mark Lester?
No, unfortunately, I didn't. But Jack Wilde did a craft music hall show with the Cowsills.
Really?
And basically told me that Mark was a gay child and that I should never ever like him. And it wasn't true at all. He was just being a little shit.
Oh,
yes. That's how he rolled.
Well,
Jack hung out with our family quite a bit.
Now, I thought that Mark Lester went on to become a doctor.
He was a veterinarian, and now he's like a acupuncturist.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's following him like you're following her.
Oh, so what you're saying is there's still a chance.
Either of
Y'all
us.
can discuss it in next year's interview. We have to go now.
No, but seriously, there's all kind of questions I have for tonight, just about growing up and stuff and being a teen, being in obviously this enormously popular family band and stuff. And also, I also want to hit on, your mom passing away, your dad passing away, Barry, Bob. Do you mind talking about those things?
I don't mind at all, but you have to understand something.
Sure.
I left home when I was 12, and I don't know how deep y'all roll.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, however you want to go is how I go. I would never put you in a position of making you feel uncomfortable. But that's why
we just made a Cowsill documentary for the entire world to see.
Really?
So yeah.
Where is this? Where can I see it?
It's not out yet. We're just doing the film festival thing right now.
Really?
But I just don't know how light and airy your show is or how deep and dark it goes.
Well, yeah, that's a good question because I'll tell you what, loving, caring, sharing has always been specifically, as far as I've been concerned, talking to people about their lives. And some people have things in their lives that they don't want to talk about, and I respect that. And there's some people that have no problem with talking about it. I'm going to tell you, when I stumbled into what I do right now, when I stumbled into it 4 years ago, I had no idea that, my calling all my life has actually been to be in radio. It didn't occur to me. I've been fired from 17 jobs for talking, for carrying on, cracking people up, joking around. And it never occurred to me that I should use that in a productive way to make a living. And then 4 years ago, I stumbled into this thing, and it's like, oh, wow, this makes all the sense in the world. And everybody I talked to said, yeah, you ought to be in radio is what you ought to do. Well, I decided from the outset that I wanted to do a couple things. One is I wanted to, make it sure that I did a family-friendly show, because if my daughter would ever listen in, I don't want to be embarrassed,
Right.
And then also, the whole idea of talking with people on an honest level, I believe, can only be achieved if you're willing to talk about yourself. I mean, you could go on the Howard Stern show and he'll lay into you and give you all kinds of stuff, but you're not going to know about the real nuts and bolts.
Have you seen my Howard Stern show, Mark?
No, I haven't. No, but I have watched it. I mean, I've seen it, but now it's just so much internet porn. I mean, really, honestly.
The Cowsills were on it back in the late 80s.
That's right.
I basically stormed off his set.
Did you really? I don't blame you. Yeah, because he does stuff that's crass, and I was like, I loved the show when he just had the stuff like when he had Jackie Puppet and he had Billy West on. He did some funny stuff, but he really would be rude to some people.
Well, the deal is about Howard is that I can appreciate his. I have 6 brothers,
right?
So
yeah.
I get that kind of humor, but if somebody shares with you that they don't want to participate,
right,
and you insist upon it, then you're just being a schmo.
Exactly, right. And what I did 4 years ago was I talked about my disaster area called a life. All right, and so as a result of that, I ended up with a lot of people listening to me from around the world who liked the fact that Mark didn't mind talking about going through depression, had a gun in his mouth a year and a half earlier because of going through a divorce, losing my child, all the stuff that happened to me, all these terrible, rotten things. And because of that, when I would interview people, they felt more comfortable knowing that I wasn't just somebody that was out for cheap laughs. They knew that I was a regular guy. And that's how I roll. I roll being, I'm just Mark. I'm just a regular guy. There's nothing special here. But, sometimes we get into topics that are, some of them are very emotional for people to talk about. So that's why I want to be very sensitive about, bringing up, your family. Or at least, your mom, your dad, Barry, Bob, and that kind of stuff. I had no idea that you ran away when you were 12. I didn't know any of that.
Pardon me? Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, there you go.
If I'd only known.
They still lost. No.
You could have moved to Bollesburg, Pennsylvania. We'd have found you a place. Bollesburg, where? Dumb hick. Anyway, so yeah, as much as you're comfortable talking about, feel free. I'm not going to prod you though.
All right.
Okay.
I'll see how I'm feeling at 6.
That's fair. Yeah, great.
I'm gonna email you a couple MP3s.
Okay.
Of some maybe instead of Who Knows Where the Time Goes, I just thought of
I love that one.
Don't Worry Baby, which is more obscure. It was on a compilation album.
Now, you see, this is what happens. This happens all the time. I run a 2-hour show. I get my guests on it. They end up having so much fun. We play music. We goof around. And then the next thing you know, 2 hours goes by like a New York minute. I'm not kidding you. I mean, am I lying? Rodney, you're still with us, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
I remember when I first invited you on this show, you're like, dude, like I got like 15 minutes of life to talk about. What are you talking about? 2 hours, right? And then what happened? 2 hours went by, and we went into overtime.
We couldn't shut him up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because once the ball gets rolling, I'm telling you. And then, and that's not even with having people calling in.
Yeah, and I got to talk too.
Yeah, he actually got a word in. Smarty. Yeah, but seriously, that's what happens. We end up going overtime sometimes just because everybody's having too much fun and it gets rolling. And, I know Russ was like, when I first started talking about this, it's like 2 hours. 2 hours? And I was like, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, we do 2 hours. How can you possibly talk about one person for 2 hours? Easy. We had Connie Tedford on a month ago, and she is the founder of Greater Southwestern St. Bernard Rescue. All right, she rescues St. Bernard.
St. what?
Greater Southwest St. Bernard Rescue. That's
St. Bernard. That would be St. Bernard.
St. Bernard.
Yes, yes, St. Bernard.
Is she specifically? Hang on a second. Is she specifically focusing on the southwest region of St. Bernard Parish in Louisiana?
Oh, no, this is actually, that would be something. Yeah, there's like 20 of them running around the streets, and she's trying to catch them with a net. No, she's in, what do you call it? Oh, where's she at, Steve? Arizona?
Yeah, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona.
No, wait. She's in Albuquerque. She's in Albuquerque. Yeah.
No, she's outside of Phoenix.
By the time she gets to Phoenix.
Oh, all right.
She'll be...
The dogs will be barking.
Don't pay any attention to me. I'm an idiot. I don't know. Anyway, we did a 2 hour show, and she's like, I can talk, believe me, but 2 hours. We went 4 hours. It was a little long, let me tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, just because the topic was so hot, and there were people that had questions, and she had so much to talk about, and she didn't even know she had so much to talk about. When we were done, she was like, I'm not done. I got more to say. I said, all right, we'll have you come back another time.
Quite honestly, I'm writing a list because I have memory issues.
I can relate to that. ADD, LSD. Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, I think mine was PCP, but anyway. It was one of those 3-letter.
Yeah, one of those acronyms. Yeah. Something that wasn't.
I do have a lot of stuff.
Right.
That is coming up that I'm hopefully going to make use of this opportunity.
Great.
So we'll just we'll just try and get rid of the Three Stooges thing. It's just going to happen, and that's just the way it goes.
That's what I like. Yeah.
Knock.
Yeah, exactly.
At the expense of everyone else, I have a question for Rodney.
Yes.
Who's your favorite blues drummer?
Oh man.
Oh, come on, that's not that hard.
Well, it is, because I don't really think of the drummers in terms of what they play. I just like the way they play in general. So
okay, then who's your favorite drummer?
I can dig that. Like how they relate in music and how they respond to it.
I wish I could give you an easy answer. My favorite drummers tend to change almost daily. I'm being serious, because I don't get to play that much anymore. You guys don't know this, but I'm about 2.5 months away from graduating from seminary.
Oh,
wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, he's all jazzed. They're still making him stand on pins and needles waiting to find out where in the world he's going to go, but yeah.
Well, but I still play. In fact, we did a whole Duke Ellington Jazz Vesper service last Saturday.
Get out.
Yeah, which was a lot of fun. It was
no
great.
Kidding. Wow.
But one of the things that I love that did not exist when I was a kid is YouTube, because I can go up and just kind of see who's doing what.
Right.
And Mark will tell you if on Facebook, I'm always pasting up links to like some new person I've heard who just blew my mind and I wanted to share it. So like right now, my favorite drummer of this week is Chris Coleman, who plays for Prince.
Really?
He's just utterly ridiculous. I mean, he just kills me. And another kid I like is Aaron. I forget his last name, but I stumbled across a sound check that he was doing for I guess a tour with Usher. And I'm like, oh my God, this kid is totally in the pocket. He's ridiculous. So you could ask me the same question tomorrow, and I might have
different answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Rodney.
You're from Chicago, right?
I'm sorry?
Are you from Chicago?
No, originally I'm from New York. I lived in New England for a long time. That's where I met Ricky and Joe Crown. And now I'm living in Philly because of the seminary.
Gotcha. Who's that?
There's a girl involved.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Dawn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, there's something.
Next drum porn later.
It's on.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that to Rodney with the seminary thing and all.
Oh, come on now.
Now
I wasn't always in seminary.
Yeah. Now I met Rodney on the internet because Rodney and myself have a passion for cigars. Really, we don't partake of other stuff, but like we love cigars. We met in a text chat back in the old days, and then over the years we stayed in touch here and there. And then a mutual cigar friend of ours from that chat held a cigar event in Buffalo, and we went up for this Herf in the Snow that was held in February. What was that? 11 years now, right, Rodney?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we bunked together, and we got to become great friends. And while we were driving around, I didn't know about Rodney, and he didn't know about me because we didn't really get into talking about our backgrounds all that much, just a little bit. But he's a Christian and I'm a Christian, and we're like, oh, it's like, well, I didn't know you're a believer. He's like, yeah, and he's like looking at these tapes that I got. He's like, who's Joe Foch? I go, that's the pastor of the church I've been going to, and he's like, oh
Awesome,
wow,
y'all.
yeah. So anyway, what happened was I ended up giving Rodney a whole stack of all my cassette tapes of Joe Foch teaching the Bible verse by verse, and Rodney takes them home. I don't hear nothing for years about this. I had no idea what was going on. Right. In the meantime, he contacts Calvary Chapel and says, hey, I want some more of these tapes by Joe Foch, and it set in motion for him a calling that God has had on his life all along to go be in the ministry. And then he ends up
like it.
Yeah, then he ends up like I forget, he calls me up on Skype because are you ready for this? I'm like, what? He goes, I'm moving to Philadelphia in 2 weeks. I said, you what? He said, yeah, I've enrolled in the Lutheran Seminary down there on Germantown Avenue. I said, Rodney, this is fantastic. How did this happen? Then he tells me the whole story. I'm like, oh my gosh. So they moved down here. They've been here for what, 3 years now, Rod?
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, about there.
Yeah, 3.5 years. And like I've been tracking them all along, and like we've been waiting anxiously to see what's going to happen with this. Like his calling, where he's going to end up. And they've been making him jump through hoops and all this different stuff. So I've been anxiously, like everybody, waiting. And I had him on the show. What was it? 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago?
Maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago, and we did a 2-hour interview with him. He told us all the stuff. He said, we're waiting for Ash Wednesday so I can find out what my marching orders are. And then he finds out that your marching orders are to stand still.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he still doesn't know what he's going to do. And now he's going to go to this, what do you call it? You're going to have a...
It's a speed dating with the bishops
in
March to further discuss where we're going to be placed.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
good for you, darling.
Yeah. Thank you. I just thought of someone else from New Orleans. I don't know if you would know her.
Move your mouth closer to the microphone, buddy.
I'm doing the best I can.
That's better. Thank you.
Don't make me get Barry White.
I'll always be on you, and you know that.
Yeah.
You don't know if I know who.
She was a vocalist, or she was. Her name was Susan Mathis.
Oh yeah, I know that name.
From where?
Well, she was from New Orleans. I met her also at Berkeley. At the time, you ever hear of a guitarist named Lauren Lieber?
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she was going out with Lauren. Yeah, Lauren was one of those guitar heroes from Berkeley. The last I heard of him, he was playing with the Jerry Garcia band.
Rodney went to Berkeley, by the way.
Yeah, that's where I met a lot of troublemakers.
Yeah. Except for me.
But I didn't mean to get all sidebarred and stuff. But Russ, I wasn't trying to evade your question, but I just really don't have hard and fast favorites anymore because, as I said on the show when I was with Mark, every time you think you've heard the epitome of anything, there's always, that's the beauty of music. Somebody new comes along and just completely re-blows your mind again. And so, like I said, it changes from day to day.
Well, you know what? There is this, he's kind of a new drummer. Well, at least he's just become popular recently as of the Grammys. I think his name is, what's that guy's name? He was playing with the Beach Boys?
John Cowsill.
Oh, John Cowsill. That's it.
John Cowsill.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
He plays with the Beach Boys?
Really?
Really?
My God, you guys are cute.
Yeah, that's.
No, I mean, I'm impressed. I've always loved the Beach Boys.
Oh yeah.
I'm impressed now too. Up until about a week ago, I could have cared less, but now I'm impressed.
That's how I originally got the gig with the Cowsills.
Really?
It's not how I kept it, but it's how I originally got it.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Yeah, my brother plays drums for the Beach Boys, man. He was with Brian Wilson last week at the Grammys.
Wow, that's nice.
Go check it out, guys.
I had no idea.
That is too cool.
Yeah. He's a great drummer too, and he and Russ, they do call it drum porn, which is why I would never have said a word like that. But they just sit around and talk about drums and look at it on the computer. It's really weird.
It's all the business.
I can totally relate because, I mean, literally last night I was up, I was looking at some Steve Smith videos and I was looking at some Bozio and just all kind of people. I know I need help because I'm but I mean, it's how I learn.
Yeah. Right.
I'm a visual learner, and just seeing somebody do something makes a lot more sense than sometimes sitting down with a dry piece of paper. Okay, I'm going to practice herders now. It's real exciting. So I fondly enjoy that. And Mark, it's funny you mentioned about a website. I'm going to do some kind of website that links drumming and theology. I haven't got it out yet.
No, wait. Yeah. You got to do that. That would be too cool.
And of course, I'll be a total shill for myself and put up some of my own little practice videos and stuff. But
yeah, absolutely.
But I think there's room for it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh, wait. It's got to be. No, wait. Hold on a minute. For drumming, for your missionary work, and for smoking ribs and chicken.
Because the three of them go together like,
I'm telling you, this guy smokes food like you wouldn't believe. Unbelievable stuff. Where's Daniel? Daniel wants to join the conversation. Can't find him in the list. Why is that?
We're going to have to go soon.
A, B, C, D, D for Daniel.
Well, listen, I heard in the background that they got to go soon, so make sure.
Yeah, Russ has a gig that he has to actually practice for.
Okay.
So make sure.
Now you guys.
25. So I have 25 songs to learn before tonight.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus a little something. All
right, now you guys,
you're gigging.
You guys are going to run out and get a headset, though, right?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Super.
I better go get
tonight. I'm playing with John Groh, Alex McMurray, and Matt Perrine.
Oh, that sounds great. Great.
John Groh, ironically, will be playing Joe Crown's Hammond B3.
I'm going to write Joe when we're done and tell him, hey, I met some people that you know.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and we had a lot of fun together.
So when they start?
I'll be here at the beginning of the
Okay, thank God. I was just asking Russ if he's going to be here when it happens because, honest to God, that thing could start bunching up and down on our computer, and I wouldn't know what to do. So that's the good news.
Well, Russ, this is where you come in.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful. All right, I'm going to let us go so that he can get to work, and we will see you. You're going to call me at 6, right, Mark?
Yeah, I'll call you at 6 o'clock, and then we'll get you in on the conference call. You just make sure you get a headset. That way, we don't have to hear Daniel.
Wait. And where am I finding the conference call number?
Oh, I'm gonna. I'm glad you brought that up. Hold on a second. Daniel's gonna be all pissed off at me. I'm trying to add him to the call, and I can't find his ad. 1 second. LCS.
Write it down on the thing.
I just sent you, by the way, Russ. I sent you the contacts for Steve, for Don, and for Daniel. All right, and now I'm going to throw in the LC.
Okay.
Yeah, I threw them in the text message area.
Yeah, I just accepted them all.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to find the LCS. Where's the LCS? There we go. Is that it? Yeah, here you go. And this is the number that you'll call into. Did that go? It's supposed to have gone.
Not yet.
Come on, work. Doggone you, work. Always arguing with me. LCS.
Why don't you just tell it to us and we can write it down with an actual pen and paper?
Oh, it's one of those things where I could tell you what it is, but if you're off by like one, jot or tittle, you'll never get there. It's got to be the exact thing. Where is this thing? LCS, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Believe me, I'm not that far ahead of you, Susan. I'm still.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Still struggling. Daniel would be here. He'd do it in 2 seconds. What's wrong with you, you bloody yank? Where is this thing? All right, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to send it out to you. It'll be sitting there in your text message. Just make sure you leave that open, and you'll see it. You just click on the plus sign, and that adds it to your contact list.
Messages on the phone or on the machine?
On the Skype, on the actual Skype. Yeah.
Oh, God help me. Okay, well, Russ doesn't have to leave till we get started, so it'll all be okay.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it there, right? There. Okay, now you're set.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling better already.
Yeah, now you're all set. Oh, yeah, sure I am. Okay. Where the heck is Daniel?
And I'm blind, too, so all I'm seeing is all these images on this screen.
Oh, cool. All right, so I don't feel so bad about being blind. All right, great.
Yeah.
Welcome to middle age. Isn't it great?
Legally or anything, but...
Yeah. All right, where is
It's
Daniel?
just 250 readers. You know the deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, Daniel's finally on the horn with us. Daniel, I got them all squared away as far as our audio's good. They're going to go by a headset, and we're going to call Susan 6 o'clock my time. I'm sorry, 7 o'clock my time, and that'll be 6 o'clock her time. Okay. And we'll get everybody situated. So it looks like we're on track. Everything's good to go.
Cool.
All right.
Brilliant.
See you, Susan. See you, Rice.
Bye, y'all guys.
Yeah, guys. Can't wait to see you later.
See y'all later.
All right.
Bye for now.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All you got to do is hit that little red button. That'll hang you up.
Okay.
Just in case you weren't sure.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I didn't hit it.
We had somebody, when was that? A couple weeks ago in a conversation, and they didn't know how to hit the button. They just walked away. And they gave up. And we could hear everything going on in the background. Yeah. So anyway, looks like tonight's going to be a bang-up show.
Yeah, I'm amazed that I just wrote my friend Joe Crown to say I met two people by coincidence just on the internet.
Right.
I mean,
Russ and Susan. Yeah.
Yeah, that they knew Joe, who I used to work with.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's so cool. What a small world.
Yeah, and Joe is a bitchin' keyboard player. My God, he
really Hammond B3.
Hammond B3
Dual
and
Leslie's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the stuff, baby. That is the stuff.
Yeah. We used to. We were in an original / cover R&B band in the Boston area for a while.
Really?
Yeah, we did an album. I mean, this is a while ago.
Huh.
And it was a lot of fun. Great band. Really great band.
Now you're saying that you may be going out to dinner. Depends upon how Tanya's feeling.
Yeah, Tanya, we were going to go out the Sunday after Valentine's Day because you can't get a reservation on Valentine's Day.
It's tough.
Yeah, so we decided we would do that. And I forget what happened that Sunday. I think Jessica had something to do and yada, yada.
Right.
So then I said, okay, fine. How about maybe this Friday, thinking that we could also celebrate the somewhat uneventful announcement this past Wednesday.
Right.
And I was talking to her about it, and she says, well, I'm into it, but I kind of feel a cold coming on. And, I just said to her, well, you let me know how you feel.
Okay. Well, look, all I'm saying is this. If in the event you guys don't go out, and if you don't have something else to go do, I'd love to have you come over, if you can.
Well, I probably won't come over just because I've got a 20-some page paper that's going to be due in about a week and a half.
Oh, wow.
So it's standard for around here. But
is that right? Okay.
But
I understand. No, you go ahead and study your stuff and do what you need to do. But I just wanted you to know you'd be more than welcome to be here.
No, and I really appreciate that. I will probably listen to the show.
Oh, good. Okay.
At least in the background.
Mm-hmm. And you can call in if you feel like it.
Well, I probably won't do that either.
Okay, but I just want you to know the door's always open. That's all.
No, I appreciate that, but it's probably my own thing. But I feel like I got my 2 hours in the sun with you guys, and I think what Susan's going to have to share is just going to be so incredible that I don't want to have any time wasted on.
No. Let me dispel that right now, because I've made a point to let Timothy Abbott know he's welcome on my show anytime. To let Bill Lumen know he's welcome on my show anytime. All right.
Well, I heard that. I heard that.
Okay, and these are the guys that they called in, and I don't think they stole any of your thunder, as it were. I think they contributed a little bit, and you are the same. You're the exact same person. I would love it if you could.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, like that's what I said. It's probably more me than anything else.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Get over yourself, will you?
Well, no, it's not getting over myself. It's just that I think I really want to enjoy the full experience of just listening to you and Susan converse.
Okay. Well, like I said, I want to do an all-star night where I have like you come back, Susan come back, Timothy Abbott. I want to do like a music night. So if I get like 4 or 5 different people on board, and then like do like a Saturday night show, and we'll just all sit around and talk about all the stuff we've been talking about for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, good. All right. So, no guessing. We're going to do this. Doggone it. And that's that. Don't mess with me.
I don't know why you make me laugh so hard, but you do.
Because I love tuning you up.
You're funny.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to do, though, at some point, I've got to find some live performance MP3s or something that I can send your way.
Yeah. From your jamming days.
Well, actually, I got to rip it off of one of my MP3 players. I do have some I think actually some really good jazz trio stuff that I did. There's a guy, you probably wouldn't have heard of him, but there's just an insane guitarist. His name is Joe Cohen.
Oh yeah.
His father was Sammy Cohen.
Really?
Jazz saxophonist from like the 50s.
Okay.
And Joe, it's funny you mentioned that. When I was there, Joe was kind of like Daniel in that any instrument he decides he wants to play.
Yeah.
Like he just picks it up and he's just ridiculous.
He's a freak.
He's a great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot Daniel. Sorry.
I mean, merely in his own right as a jazz guitarist, he's already like legendary, at least in the New York jazz scene.
Right.
But Joe's the type of guy. He might come to a gig night one night with an upright bass. Yeah, I'm the bass player tonight.
Oh wow!
Or trumpet, or something else.
Oh, how cool must that be to be able to do something like that?
Yeah, it's insane. But but years ago, he and one of my favorite bass players, we really decided we weren't going to work too much during December. Because of the holidays and the weather was kind of hooked up. And we ended up just forming a little jazz trio, just with a real book, just kind of call out some standards and see what happens.
Yeah.
And luckily, there is a recording of at least some of a couple of dates that we did. And among the few things that I would want to share with the public, because a lot of stuff you listen to it years later and you go, God, that sucked.
Yeah, right.
But just some of the stuff was pretty good. So,
all right, definitely, yeah. Find it and get it to me. You just Skype it right over to me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, cool.
All right, look, I got to scoot because
I got to get going too, guys. Actually, because I got some cleaning up to do around here. Tom says coming over, and I need to make sure I get a nap squeezed in somewhere because I've been up since early. So
yeah, somebody's got to order the sandwiches. Blah,
exactly,
blah, blah.
You got it. That's right.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So listen, blessings on the show. I will definitely be out there in listener land.
Yeah, okay.
And I will let you know as soon as I hear anything else from the church.
Yeah, right.
As far as what they're going to do next.
Yeah, but as of right now, we're not going to do it until next month, right?
That's right. Unless, see, that's the thing.
There's a loophole.
Well, it's not a loophole, but there's no. It could just very well be a possibility that an assistant from the bishop's office, who I also know, and had said to me prior to all this jive, I really got to talk to you.
Yeah.
They might call and just say, look, we're going to see you at speed dating, but we're already thinking about this, and this.
Really?
you can't let on anybody because we don't want to make it look like we're subverting the process. But I mean, I do have to say that the bishop was actually in on my approval meeting.
Oh yeah.
Which, make it as short as possible, the last thing you do before you then get into the pool of candidates, you have to go through what's called approval.
Oh yeah.
And in my area, approval is done. You sit down with a panel of like 15 people.
It's hazing. I got you.
Well, it's a combination of clergy and laity.
Gotcha.
And in this particular case, my bishop just happened to be there. And they sit around, and basically, they just want to know where you're coming from theologically.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge essay that you have to write during the summer before they see you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what they use for talking points. And they just, that's how they get to know you.
Oh, okay.
And so she already knows me from that experience. And I really think they have an idea of what they're going to do.
Yeah, I would think that, after all this time, I would think that they'd have a pretty good idea.
Yeah. So, it would not surprise me, although it's not likely, but it's happened before. Somebody may call me from the Synod office up in Worcester.
Right.
And say, look, just to put your mind at ease, we got a couple of things already in mind for you, keep it to yourself, but, let's think about this and let's talk about it more when we see you in March. So who knows?
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, definitely keep me posted, brother. Definitely.
I will.
I want to know what's going on. And I would like to smell that smoker fired up sometime in the near future before too much time passes by.
That would be good.
Including an invitation.
Well, it's gotten a little chilly. I mean, yesterday would have been a great day. Now today,
yeah.
it's like, damn, I feel like I'm in Newport, Rhode Island.
I know. I love global warming. It's wonderful.
It's raw and all.
It's dismal today. That's what you get. You get a nice day to get a dismal one. But some food, a couple cigars, kind of thing. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna let everybody scoot. Steve, have that person email me some info if you're still on.
Don't you worry. I certainly will.
Because I would love to lose a little bit of weight. It'd probably help my drumming, amongst other things too.
Yeah, I want to get all my fat boys lined up.
There you go.
Yeah, I want everybody looking modelish. Yeah.
I noticed though when the fat boys ring the dinner bell, Mark comes running.
That's right, I do.
Yeah.
But
as the old line goes, the only time he's not conservative is when the food is being served.
You got that straight, buddy. I'm a total liberal. That's right. I want everything. I want it all. Thank you. Extras.
That's me too.
Second
That's why
helping.
I'm a fat boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm really glad we had a chance to talk, guys. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially getting to talk to Russ and Susan. That was a hoot in itself right there.
Well, I mean, I hope you were taking notes of what you discussed because...
No, I recorded the whole conversation.
Well, I mean, because it's amazing what came out of like the Hugh Hefner story.
Yeah.
With the dog.
Yeah,
and her brother.
Oh, believe me,
the Beach Boys.
Trust me, 45 years I've been wanting to do this interview. I got it locked down.
It's off the hook.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the regular show.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah, I could put this up as a podcast and people would love it.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Who knows?
All right. I'm going to try to find that button so I can... Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going to try and find that button.
Yeah, all right. I'm heading out, and I'll speak to you guys later.
All right, Rodney. Love you, brother.
Okay.
Bye, Rod.
Bye-bye now.
Take care.
All right.